That word secure means to fix firmly. So to not become moved. How secure? Think about that for a second. Think about that today and after the service. How secure is your foundation or your relationship with God? If I said one wrong thing against you, or if a brother or relative wronged you, is your foundation secure enough to where you're not going to stumble, to where you're not going to say the wrong thing to that person, to where instead of saying the wrong thing, you're going to decide to turn the other cheek. When they say something, you just blow it away. God says to help someone, don't only help them, He says give them your jacket too. Help them more than you are willing to. And there was an incident that happened, what was it, a couple months ago, when Kim was having a hard time paying bills. And I'm not telling you this just so you guys can think I'm amazing, because I'm not. But Kim was having a hard time paying bills, and we were out at the salvage yard over in Salina, and I couldn't afford to do it. But she just kept saying, oh, I don't know how I'm going to be able to pay this and pay this. And she kept saying she needed $125, $125, and her and Nicholas were arguing about it. And I told her, I was like, Kim, don't worry about it. Take us to the house now. We're going to drop you off. We're going to leave for about 10 minutes, and I'll be back. And she didn't know what was happening. I said, just hold on a second. Nicholas was like, what are you doing? I said, Nicholas, you want something to drink? He said, huh? I was like, you want something to drink? We're getting ready to leave, go to the convenience store. Well, I'll tell you exactly what I did. I went to the ATM, withdrew $120 that I did not have. I had $300 and left me with a little over $200 to last me 2 weeks. And when you're going from back and forth with gas, that's not very much money at all. But I didn't care. I took $125 and handed it to Kim. Kim's like, what's this? I said, don't ask. Won't tell anyone. This is yours. You use this for those bill payments you were talking about. And then I even went out and took everyone to dinner. Because I got to the point where I said, you know what? I'm insecure about my money. You know what? Let's no longer worry about my insecurities, about whether or not I can make it to the next month. Because in the end, money is the root of all evil anyways. It's not going to get me anywhere. I can't take any of that with me. So you know what?
You took a step of faith.
So who cares? Exactly. I took a leap of faith, and she got blessed. And that's when you become selfless instead of becoming selfish. Exactly. So 1 Corinthians 10:13. It says, no temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. And while I'm talking, go ahead and head over to John 15. John 15, verse 7. You know, it says in that verse that He will always provide a way out of your situation or circumstance. He will always provide a way out of whatever temptation you're struggling with. You're struggling with an addiction to cigarettes? He's going to provide a way out for you. You're struggling with being insecure about your job? He's going to find a job for you. I'm struggling with insecurities about money? He's going to find the money to be able to pay off my rent here in the next couple of months, to pay off my electricity, to pay off the $604 mortgage I got caught of the next month that I don't think I'll be able to do. But guess what? It says in His Word that God's going to be able to find a way. Just like that exit sign right there. He provides when a fire happens in a building and you're getting ready to exit. He provides a way out of that physical situation. And He'll provide a way out of your mind too. See, a lot of times your mind tries to go against you. John 15. John 15, verse 7. I'm going to read verses 7 and 8, and then I'm going to read verse 11. John 15:7. It says, if you remain in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. See, the thing is, we're wondering why we're down in the trenches, and we're wondering why we're down in the ditches, and we're wondering why we're insecure about whatever we might be. We're wondering why we're anxious about the next day. Well, I'll tell you why you're anxious. I'll tell you why I'm anxious. It's because we're not remaining in the Word of God. He says, if you remain in me. He doesn't say, hey, Sandra, life with God's going to be a cakewalk. Life with God's going to be easy. It's easy if you remain in Him. We talked about last week how the yoke is easy and my burden is light. It can be if you remain in Jesus Christ. You wonder why your life's so hard? Because you haven't quite trusted God's character enough yet.